booties for black girl nerds. Susan, I'm going to start with you. Your character has truly resonated with fans this season, and I've seen the reception online, and everybody loves you. So have you seen the reception from fans, and how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling very grateful. I have seen some. The way my anxiety is set up, like it gets so easy to fall down the hole and then just have a whole bunch of voices in my head. But I have seen, I have heard, and I'm really, really grateful. I'm one of them. I have been watching the show since season 1, so to get the opportunity to join and add my own flavor to it is a gift.
We love Sister Sage. Amazing. Jessie, for you, A-Train has taken a different path this season. Helping the boys and turning out to be Vought's leak, which we have found out. Do you think that A-Train has always felt like an outsider to the Vought? And was there any true allegiance there in the first place? Or do you think that he's had a moment of clarity this season?
I think he's had a moment of clarity. I think as far as A-Train goes, this was always the plan, he talks a lot about his training and his upbringing and, what he wanted and so on and so forth. And I felt like he thought that this world was something completely other than what it turned out to be. And, getting into the 7 was always the goal, but sometimes when you get there, you look around and realize that, like, this isn't what I expected it to be at all. And I think that, he got numb to it and he became desensitized to what this was for a while, but then, it did hit him in a soft spot and it sort of woke him back up and he realized, like, oh my God, I'm not the man that I thought I was and this is not who I ever wanted to be. So, at this point, you just got to make a change.
Yeah. I'm loving the changes that we're seeing with his character this season.
Thank you.
Susan, back to you. I love the dynamic between Sister Sage and Homelander. It's a very interesting and compelling dynamic. And I also get the sense that Sage knows that she should be afraid of Homelander, yet she understands how valuable of an asset that she is. Right?
I don't have to say anything, That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. So, I was going to ask, is that a fair characterization of her? And also, with respect to that, do you think she's still scared of him while also working with him?
I think any, logical person needs to be on their toes around Homelander. He's so irrational. He's volatile. And I imagine it's like someone who works around bombs, building a bomb. It's like, I know how it works. I just still need to pay attention and be on my P's and Q's, but I know how this thing works. I know how it operates. And you know how far you can push it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me just get some water. It was a late night.
It's so I get it.
It still is last night for me. But also, I think there's a confidence that comes when you know your own value. When you know what you bring into the room, you don't need to be afraid of anybody. And I think that's such a beautiful moment to let us see ourselves that way. I think sometimes there's internalized fear that we don't even know we're carrying, and we start to shrink ourselves in ways we don't even know. So to have someone, a character who knows her value and walks around and takes up space in the room, I'm so grateful to get to play that.
And we are absolutely loving just seeing just the trajectory of her character and where she's going this season. Jessie, I want to go back to A-Train first season, episode 1, all the way back. Do you think that A-Train is still holding on to the guilt of killing Huey's girlfriend, Robin, and that's also the reason why he's working with Huey and the boys this season?
No. I think...
You said that with a quickness.
Not at all. Well, because in the grand scheme of things, that was minuscule compared to the things that he's done consciously, that he's made the decision to do. I think running into her actually was just an accident. He never intended on it. And now that I know a little bit more about how his powers work and how he does actually get around, if something happens that wasn't a part of the plan, there's not much he can do, So I feel like accidents have probably happened way more than just with that situation, and that to him is nothing compared to like having to take his girlfriend down to South America and kill her right into her face. I think that those things stay with him a little bit longer, and those things mean a little bit more to him. But the fact that he's able to see how his actions has affected Huey. I think that maybe just gets added to the pot of things that he feels guilty about. Not necessarily about killing Robin. I honestly think A-Train would have forgotten about that if Huey wasn't still on his back about it. But that's just because he has so many other things that are on his plate.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. Okay. Good answer.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I have so much more to ask, but they're giving me the wrap. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Jessie, so much for taking the time to speak to Black Girl Nerds. I really love this season of The Boys. I can't wait for everybody to see the way it's going to end, because powerful ending. And,
Woo is right.
And looking forward to another season, which was announced. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you
see
for
you
what
around,
do,
I'm sure.
too. Love Black Girl Nerds.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds. Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds.